Alright, part 2 of Stryper, Sympathy. We left off on part 1 video in the solo section. We got finished with subgroup number 9, and I was talking about subgroup number 10, although I probably didn't say it at the end, but it is subgroup 10, and this kicks in at 233 in the song. 19th fret high E, do a half step bend. Remember, a half step is 1 fret. When you're bending a note, you're taking it and the pitch is going sharp. You got to know how to gauge that, and you gauge that if you're not comfortable or good at it yet by going to the 20th fret. Try to keep that pitch in your ear and bend this to that. That's called a half step bend. Okay, then stop the note, don't release it, bring it back down, do it again, and do a release. So we have 17 E, so, and then go to 20 on the high E, do a whole step bend vibrato 3 times. And then subgroup 11 comes in at 237, and this is anyways, we'll get there in a second. A descending scale, 8 on the high E, you want to alternate pick this. This is being harmonized with Oz, and you'll go 8, 12, 10, 8. Well, I don't know who's doing the harmony and who's doing the melody, but both of them are soloing here. Well, they're not in the same fretting, so they're doing what's called harmonizing. Alright, 8, 12, 10, 8 on the high E. Try to follow the same fingers here too. So we have 12, 10, 8 on the B string after that. So outside of this, everything is a descending, is in descending pattern. So. Then go 10, 9, 7 on the G and 10, 9, 7 on the D. And timing wise, it's consistent. I mean, once you start picking, it's the same beat. Alright? 10, 8, 7 on the A and 10, 8, 7 on the low E. You could subgroup those, you know, into, like that's a subgroup right there. Right, so. After that, that's where that page ends. We move to page 3, and you're going to go 3, 5, 7 on the A and 3, 5, 7 on the D. Make sure, Jason, to lower your thumb. We have a big stretch to do. You don't want to chunk your hand up there. You lower that thumb, it gives you the freedom to stretch very far. All right, so you'll go alternate pick, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then jump the 3rd finger over to the 4th fret on the G. This is subgroup 12 at 239. Pick it twice. It's hard to hear in there, but he's doing it 2 times. So you got. And the second time you pick, bend it a half step, kind of hold it for a bit, and then bring it back to pitch. 2nd fret G. So. Then jump up to 7th fret on the G. A lot of jumping around. It's a really cool solo that Mike Sweet did here. It covers really a lot of the neck. 7 G, whole step bend. Rest. Do it again with the vibrato. So. 8th fret on the B string. You can pick which finger. If you're not comfortable with the pinky, I went ahead and put 3rd finger for this, but you can experiment. Bend, release, and then go to the 5th fret B. And then 8th fret high E, whole step bend, whammy vibrato. So you'll go. I gotta adjust this whammy, it's got way too much play. There's a bushing in there and it's just like worn down. So when you bend it, be careful of other string noise. You can take your thumb to mute a couple up here. Anyways, from there, subgroup 14 comes in, because that was 13 at 243. Subgroup 14, 246 into the song, is fret 10 on the high E, whole step bend, and he's doing some alternate picking. It's a fast thing. Halfway through he starts to release the bend, so you'll go. And I did count it. It's in your tabs. You'll see. Okay. But it's one of those things you may have to go by feel. But it's there if you need to count it. Then back to the 10th fret, high E, bend release, pull off to 8, and then 10 B. And I left that as part of the same subgroup for you. So that would be bend, release, pull off to 8. A lot of times, Jason, when people go to do this stuff, they'll go, and then when they release the bend, they strum a string on accident. And the way to fix that is the backing fingers, particularly your index, have it up higher to where when you release, it's going to drop onto your index finger, and it serves as a mute. It's a really good way a good habit to get in to keep your playing clean. Then subgroup 14 at 250 in the song, you jump up to fret 19 on the high E, do a half step bend release. Let's try it again. So after that bend release, go 17, 19, 19 on the E, and half step bend. Stop the note, don't release it, then go 17, 19, 20, bend the 20, rest, and then do 2 more bends and vibrato. Let's play that whole group 14, subgroup 14. All right, that's it for that subgroup. Subgroup 15 comes in. This is notorious traditional Stryper. It sounds killer. And what you're doing is some whammy bar swoop ups. I don't know what else to call it. With a pull off and a slide. And that's the technique that he applies through all of it for the most part. We need 12 on the G. And then what you want to do, I put W for whammy and I arrow up, meaning. So after you bring it up, you'll pull off to 10, slide to 9. Same concept again, but now it's 10, 9, 7. Whammy up, and go 9, pull off to 9, slide to 7. So alright, so. So I'm hammering that 12G. As soon as I hammer, I bring the bar up. And then pull off and slide. 10, or 12, 10, 9, 9, 7, or 10, 9, 7. And then 9, 7, 5. I'm guessing, I need to look, man. 12, 10, 9, 9, 10, 9, 7, 9, 7, 5, 7, 5, 4. And then this one's a little tougher. You got to go 5, 4 on the G, and then hammer 7, pull to 5 on the D. You got to hammer there out of nowhere. Don't pick the note. Go. Oops. And then this is kind of cool, like almost like a reversal of everything. You'll go another swoop, but it's 7, 5, 7 on the D, and you'll go. Alright, so. And then 9, 7, 9 on the D, so. When you're doing those, try to, as I'm hammering that out of nowhere, I'm muting the A string underneath, like I said, because when you whammy, it's easy to get some unwanted string noise. And then from there we go 5, 4, 5, 4, 5 on the G, 7, 5, 7 on the G. So. Oh no, my bad. After you do the 7, 5, 7, go 6, 5 on the B, and then 7 G hammer. So. And then a swoop up on 9G. That's all harmonized, so. All right, and then they break down for like the acapella vocal part. So you're vibratoing. Oh wait, no, that's a. Yeah, I believe that's a whammy vibrato. And then you'll hear this little quick like partial pick scrape back here, and then 12th fret E, just hammer it and do a quick slide. And then karate chop. And that's where the vocal part kicks in. Alright, that's it for page 3. Last page, page 4. When they lead back in, this comes in at 318, 15th fret, quick slide. And there'll be a build up here, you'll go. 3E, 5A, that slide kind of leads you right into it. The first hit, no palm mute, and then 3 with the palm mute. No pausing though, so it's like. And then 12 more times, think of math, 4 times 4, it's 16 total. You'll go palm mute, and then the last 8 don't palm mute, but kind of accent harder as you go. It's like a build up with the drums and everything. So section 3 4 times, that's from 322 to 346. The end of the song, there's several guitar parts because there's also a higher kind of this lead melody running through, I believe, the chorus. It's really cool sounding, but you know, I gave you the main part there. On the end, I had to pick something, and I picked this here. It goes and what that is, this is being harmonized, so you may be thinking, man, I don't remember that in the song. It's overdubbed on the end. They start double timing the rhythm, and you'll hear this come in. It's harmonized, so it's full. It also has a overdubbed rhythm guitar behind it, which is like the. Or something like that behind it. For one, I figured it's pretty much the same as that part, except they strum it more. That I'd give you this part. It's pretty interesting. 5 slide to 7 on the D, and pick the 7 as soon as you get there. No pinch harmonic, that was accidental. And then vibrato, pick, vibrato, pick, vibrato, pick. Pick the 7, slide to 9. Pick the 9, slide to 10. Pick the 10, vibrato, again, and then pick the 10, slide to 12. Pick the 12, slide to 14. Pick the 14. And that just rings, and they end right at 4 minutes with this short pick scrape again. And it actually echoes like that. It's really cool. It's very, very cool. So anyway, Stryper with Sympathy. Had fun doing this. I love doing Stryper. Everyone knows how I feel about Stryper. Integrity, man, and great musicianship.